8:45. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is the news edited by Catherine Pereira and read by Indrani Senanayake. The headlines. The President says that any resources that will harm the sovereignty of the country will not be given to any other country. The COVID vaccination program begins on Thursday. Many solutions were given for many problems of the people in Kalutara. The government allocates 3 billion rupees for the solution of wild elephant issues. Corona recoveries exceed 49,000. In foreign news, Senate trial delayed until next month of Trump impeachment. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa says the first batch of Oxford AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccines manufactured in India is expected to arrive in Sri Lanka on the 27th of this month. Accordingly, Sri Lanka will be receiving the 500,000 vials of doses with the first vaccine consignment. The President's remarks came during the Gamasamaga Pilisandara program held in Vallallavita, Kalutara today. He noted that COVID-19 jabs will be first administered to medical officers, public health inspectors, PHIs, and other health sector workers who are on the front line of the coronavirus outbreak in the country. Officers of the Tri-Forces who work closely with medical staff and people who are more vulnerable to virus infection will be given the jabs subsequently, the President added. He also pointed out that the last government had signed an MOU with India relating to the East Jetty. He said the agreement signed by two nations cannot be abolished absolutely. He also said that any resources of the country that will harm the country's sovereignty will not be given to another country. The residents of the Kalutara district say that many solutions were provided at the Gamasamaga Pilisandak program held in the Kalutara district. The relevant state institutes and officials have agreed to provide a speedy solution to the many problems faced by the people. Accordingly, the governor of the Western Province has agreed to construct a new building for the Yattapana school. 52 school playgrounds in the Matugama educational zone will be developed. The President has also ordered the completion of the infrastructure facilities. It has also been decided to develop interim rural roads in Palavatta, Baduralia and the Nelluva areas. Public representatives in the area have been entrusted to monitor the progress and development of all projects. He also advised them to remove the contractors who have not carried out the development work expeditiously. The government has allocated 3 billion rupees to solve the problems relating to the wild elephant crisis. The chairman of the Presidential Task Force on Eradicating Poverty and Economic Renewal, Basil Rajapaksa, said that a speedy solution will be found for the wild elephant crisis in Suryawaba. He made these remarks at a meeting held with the regional chairman and the active members of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramana at the party headquarters at Nelum Mawata. He also stated that plans have been made to begin a new rural trade network in order to distribute essential goods and other items to the public. This news comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
We continue with local news. The Ministry of Health has confirmed that Sri Lanka registered 353 more positive cases of COVID-19 today. As per the statistics, the total number of COVID-19 infections confirmed so far in the country now stands at 52,216. Recoveries from the virus meanwhile climbed to 49,261 earlier today, as 644 more patients registered health recoveries. However, 7,677 active cases are still under medical care at selected hospitals and treatment centres located across the island. The final rites of the late popular media personality Kalakirti Dr. Edwin Aryadasa will take place on Monday at 5 p.m. at the Borella Cemetery. The funeral organising committee said that the remains will be kept at the Jayaratna Funeral Parlour in Borella for the public to pay their last respects from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Monday. The final rites will be carried out according to health guidelines. Next is the main news story.
Darling, our daughter has top O-level results. Do you know what this means?
Yes, just 3 years and she'll be going abroad for her degree.
For which we'll need a bank loan.
But is a normal loan the smartest option?
What else?
The smartest way is to start an HDFC Smart Goals account.
Let your child begin their degree with no delays. Start an HDFC Smart Goals account. Call 2356 888.
Honey, you're so smart.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Vidamahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
The Paddy Marketing Board is ready to purchase 48,000 metric tons of paddy from the Polonnaruwa district after harvesting the Maha season in a few months. This process will be implemented under the national program of the purchasing of paddy. 40 centres have been set up to store the paddy. That was the main news story. Watchlight follows.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
Watchlight. The residents in Darniyagala complain that the culvert at the Palavatta temple in Darniyagala has sunk due to heavy rains experienced in the area. They face many difficulties in their travelling due to this reason. They request the relevant authorities to renovate this culvert. This is for the attention of the chairman of the Darniyagala Pradeshya Sabha and came to you in Watchlight. A bulletin of world news will follow.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always.
All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
World News headlines. Senate trial delayed until next month of Trump impeachment. Brazilian President thanks Indian Prime Minister for assisting with vaccine exports from India to Brazil. More than 150 National Guard in Washington for inauguration test positive for coronavirus. The second impeachment trial of Donald Trump will begin next month under an agreement reached between Senate Democrats and Republicans. The House of Representatives Democrats will send the charge of inciting insurrection to the Senate on Monday. But arguments will not begin until the week of the 8th of February, allowing Mr. Trump's lawyers 2 weeks to build a defense. Democrats accuse the ex-president of instigating the deadly 6th January riots at the U.S. Capitol. The House last week paved the way for the Senate proceedings by charging Mr. Trump with inciting the violence, which left 5 people dead. Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro has thanked Prime Minister Narendra Modi for assisting with vaccine exports from India to Brazil. In a tweet, Mr. Bolsonaro said, Brazil feels honored to have a great partner to overcome a global obstacle by joining efforts. In response to this, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said the honour is India's to be a trusted partner of Brazil in fighting the COVID-19 pandemic together. He said the cooperation of healthcare between India and Brazil will continue to strengthen. A US official said yesterday between 150 and 200 National Guard deployed to Washington, D.C. to provide security for President Joe Biden's inauguration have tested positive for the coronavirus. The U.S. government imposed unprecedented security measures in the city following the deadly January 9th attacks on the Capitol by the supporters of former President Donald Trump, including fences topped with razor wire and checkpoints manned by the National Guard. To end this bulletin of world news, we take a look at the headlines again. Senate trial delayed until next month of Trump impeachment. Brazilian president thanks Indian Prime Minister for assisting with vaccine exports from India to Brazil. More than 150 National Guard in Washington for inauguration test positive for coronavirus. That ends this bulletin of world news. Development news is next.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always.
All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
Development news. A foundation stone will be laid for the court complex building on Monday. More than 16 million rupees will be spent for the construction work of the building complex. It is hoped to complete the construction work under 4 stages. The foundation stone will be laid by Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa at the Alutkade Supreme Court complex. That was development news. Sports news is up next. The England team scored 98 runs for 2 wickets at the close of the day for the first innings of the second day's play of the second test between England and Sri Lanka played in Galle. The Sri Lankan team scored 381 runs and were all out in their first innings. Angelo Matthews scored 110 runs. That was sports news. A look at business news next. Measures will be taken to produce 4,000 metric tons of turmeric this year. It is expected to save 1,200 million rupees in foreign exchange. The government's objective is to produce agricultural products locally while limiting importation. The overall turmeric needed for the country is 7,500 metric tons. That was a look at business news. Economic news is next.
Economic news, courtesy of...
Congratulations on your promotion. When will be our treat, huh?
How about today?
Oh no, I was just joking.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Treasury bills valued at 40 billion rupees will be issued. The relevant auction will be held on Tuesday. The central bank says the biddings have been called from the primary dealers on government securities. The public can purchase treasury bills from licensed commercial banks and primary dealers. That was economic news. Finally, we take a look at the weather report.
Hello, Buddha. Did you land already?
We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy.
Calm down, everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge. LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
The weather report. The Met Department says a few showers will occur in the eastern and Uva provinces. Showers or thundershowers will occur at a few places in the Sabaragamuwa province and in the Kalutara, Galle and Matara districts after 2 p.m. Well, that was a look at the weather report. To end tonight's news broadcast, we take a look at the headlines again. The President says that any resources that will harm the sovereignty of the country will not be given to any other country. The COVID vaccination program begins on Thursday. Many solutions were given to many problems of the people in the Kalutara district. The government allocates 3 billion rupees for the solution of wild elephant issues. Corona recoveries exceed 49,000, and in foreign news, Senate trial delayed until next month of Trump impeachment. That ends tonight's news broadcast.